YouTube? Back on tap, make you another video. I'm just big chilling at the crib right now. I wanted to make this video this past week, but I was super busy this past week. It was a lot going on. I wasn't able to make this video, but I'm back. Without further ado, I'm gonna jump straight into this one. This is gonna be my top 5 cars under $5,000. Well, $5,000 and under. So y'all stay tuned. Make sure you thumbs up, comment down below, and subscribe. Y'all rock out with me, I'm gonna rock out with you. We gonna jump straight into it. It's Sunday. I wanted to make this video this past week, but so much was going on. So, you know, this is how I relax. This is how I reset for my next week. So I want to make this video for y'all. I hope somebody gets something out this video. So we're going to jump straight into it. The first car on the list is going to be a 2006, and it's not in any order. It's not like best to worst or anything like that. These are all top 5 cars that I would recommend under $5,000. And I want y'all to understand that it's a path to it. You can't always just wake up in the Hellcat. You can't always just wake up in the 392. You got to start somewhere. So I hope somebody gets something out this video. The first car that we're going to put out there is a 2006 Impala SS or a 2006 Monte Carlo SS. Now that's going to be with the V8 engine, so they're going to be real fun to drive under 5K. You should be able to. Now the thing with the Monte Carlo SS's, they're a little more rare than the Impala SS's, but you can still find them. Y'all just got to do your homework on that. Now, you know, if you want to buy a car, you got to search for it. You got to put that work in. So, you know, just keep that in mind. That's going to be one of the cars that you kind of got to put a little bit of work into if you want one of those. So Impala SS or a Monte Carlo SS. And when I say work into, I mean work into finding one, not work as in, like you shouldn't have to put too much work into a car that you're going to spend upwards of 5K for. So y'all keep that in mind. It's just a big thing with those cars is you want to watch out for the transmissions on them, because that big old engine on there, it'll just tear the transmission up over years and years. So if you are going to look at a car like that, a 06 Impala SS or a Monte Carlo SS, ask them if the transmission already been done, pretty much. So car number 2, y'all, is gonna be a Hyundai Equus or Sonata. Now my favorite is the Sonata. That's the one I like, and that's the one that you can find a little more easier, but the Equus is out there too. And a few years ago, I was looking at the Equus. This was probably like around the time when I got my Impala SS. I was back home. I was looking at the Equus. I think they had it in Jersey. It was like $6,500, and this was like 2010. No, this was like not 2010. I'm sorry, y'all. This was like 2016, 2017. So, and it was like $6,500 then. So I'm sure you can find those under 5,000 now. The Hyundai Sonata, sweet car. You know, with them cars, I feel like I wouldn't really recommend a Hyundai too much, just because like what type of person I am. But when I look at those cars, they slick little Hyundais though. And for the price point that you can get them at, they smooth. So I definitely go with one of those. I haven't owned one, so I don't know too much about them. So for car number 3, I will put the BMW 3 Series 330 is the one that I own. Now, as far as like reliability, the 335, I hear horror stories with them. But if you're like mechanically inclined and you know how to work on cars, then go for the 335. If you don't know how to work on cars, go for the 330. That's going to be the BMW. The 330 is going to be rear-wheel drive. You can get the 330 Xi. That's all-wheel drive. I don't own both of those cars. They're super reliable. The engines are bulletproof. I really just gassed them up, went and did like regular maintenance. That's the thing with those, with any foreign car, though, and really with any car, but especially the foreign cars, because we're in America. So some of the parts you can't come across the same way that you can for American cars. So you want to make sure that that maintenance is up to date on those cars. I'll make a video how to buy from the auction, how to buy, you know, used cars the smart way. I want to make a video like that too, y'all, so stay tuned for that video. But for now, I'll just say that y'all want to make sure that the maintenance is up to date on those. But the BMW 3 Series, they're super fun. It's a fun car to have. The body style on it is sweet, you know what I'm saying? For the year that you're going to get a 2006 under 5K, it's a good looking car. Number 4 on the list, coming in at number 4 is going to be a 2010 Honda Civic. That's the one with the digital dash. That's the one with the newer type body style. It's not the newest one, but the 2010 is like a newer body style, you know? So I recommend those. That's a car that I was looking at getting, but it just didn't end up working out for me. But one of my family members ended up having a car like that, so I drove it on the regular, and that was a fun car to drive around in. So a 2010 Honda Civic, that's a sweet car. I would recommend under 5K. You just want to get around. You want a little digi dash, you know what I'm saying? You want something smooth to get around in, something to build in, get that 2010 Honda Civic. Last but not least, y'all, this is another car. Now, this car barely made the list, but it was hard for me to recommend cars because I feel like for me to be able to recommend a car, it would have to be a car that I went and looked at and considered buying, because I can't recommend my top 5 cars and I never went to go look at it or even went to go buy it. So one of the cars that narrowly made the list, and I don't know much about, but I like the body style of it, you know, for what you paying, under 5K or under for what you paying, it's a sweet car, and that's gonna be a 2010 Ford Taurus. So I don't know too much about those cars. I know when I looked at it, it was like around the same time I looked at the Equus, so probably 2016, 2017, I was in that price range of car. I was looking for a car under 5,000 and under, really trying to scoop something for like 3,200, 3,500, sweet. You know what I'm saying? You know, just something to get around in. But at that time, I had found one, but it needed some parts, and the parts was too expensive because it was 2016. The cars were 2010. It wasn't fairly that old, so the parts was too expensive on it. I wasn't able to get that car at that time. But that's gonna be one of the cars that narrowly made the list, the 2010 Ford Taurus. You know, I got a few different, because I had to make a list of this, y'all, because I've been thinking about it all week. But I want to say I covered a lot of bases on these cars. I'll try to put some pictures up now of stock cars versus cars that's like modified or, you know, like the same year, so y'all can kind of see like, okay, if I grab one of these, this is what it potentially could look like, you know, a couple years after. So y'all stay tuned. I'm gonna show y'all some pictures of these cars, you know, stock versus modded, and then we're gonna tap back in. I sit in bands, I got stupid guap. I sit in bands, I got stupid guap. I sit in bands, I got stupid guap. I'm rockin' Virgil, I don't have no time to check on the dot. I sit in bands, I got stupid guap. I sit in bands, I got stupid guap. I sit in bands, I got stupid guap. When I shop, stepping in the booth, I know my place, I know my spot. Big one shit. Yo, background looking crazy. I appreciate y'all rocking out with me for another video. If you guys sent out this video, make sure you thumbs up, comment, like, hit those links in that description. I'm really just making this video because when I was at that point when I was looking for a car in a certain price point, I wasn't able to find nothing. So I hope that this video helps somebody. If it helped you, or if you think that it might help somebody else, then go ahead and share the link out. The birds stop chirping like that, y'all. Let me step in the house. I'm just complaining about nature, y'all, my bad. But for real, I was making this video just because, like, when I was at that point and I was looking for a vehicle for like maybe, you know, under 5,000 or, you know, 3,500, because it don't got to be exactly a $5,000 car. But when I was at that point and I was looking for a vehicle at a certain price point, I really couldn't find too many videos out there that I could relate to, or that, you know, I felt like, okay, cool, let me check that out. So I hope y'all got something out of, you know, the pictures that I showed, you know, stock versus the modded ones, stock versus the personalized ones. You know, in my opinion, you always want to keep the mods, you know, tasteful, and that's it, y'all. So without further ado, I hope y'all like this video. I'm gonna see y'all in the next one, man. Thank you.